Well, as the corruption bomb on the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal continues to create ripples, India Today has managed to pull out most intricate details of how have things unfolded within the Aam Aadmi Party since their rout in the MCD polls. We are telling you on how two Aam Aadmi Party founders clashed and then eventually made peace within the drubbing. Today morning, Kumar Vishwas called up Kejriwal and fixed a meeting with the Delhi Chief Minister. He dropped at the Chief Minister's residence after taking a flight from Indore and straight away driving down to 6 Flagstaff Road on the civil lines. Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia and Kumar Vishwas then held a meeting in a separate room. Kumar first questioned and asked why was Kapil Mishra sacked. They were later joined by Sanjay Singh and Asutosh of the Aam Aadmi Party. Manish then asked Kumar Vishwas, would you accept the kind of tweets he has been sending across? A report with testimonies of approximately 50 MLAs speaking about severe issues as far as the water is concerned in their own constituency, resulting in the defeat, was put in front of Kumar Vishwas. Kumar agreed Kapil should not have raised the questions on Twitter, rather than should have complained inside the party forum. Sanjay and Manish also told Kumar Vishwas if Kapil wanted to reveal water tanker scam, he should have done that. What was the need to lie on Twitter about meeting Kejriwal? What we know now is that there is, as of now, Arvind Kejriwal and Kumar Vishwas right at the same platform. This was extremely important for Arvind Kejriwal after these big allegations. All right, joining me on the broadcast is Ashish Khaitan of the Aam Aadmi Party, senior leader. We are also being joined by Rajdeep Sardesai, consulting editor, India Today. In a short span of time, we'll be joined by Shazia Ilmi and Sanjay of the BJP and Sanjay Jha of the Congress. We are also, at any moment of time, would be joined by Kapil Mishra, the man who created this entire controversy today within the Aam Aadmi Party. Before I go to Rajdeep, let me quickly first come to you, Ashish. It was very important, wasn't it, to present a united face today. That is why Kumar Vishwas and that 90-minute marathon meeting that took place, what actually transpired, we have been putting out for our viewers. How important is it for the party to stand united and isolate Kapil Mishra right now? Because the attack this time is on the man whose honesty and integrity so far Aam Aadmi Party has been enjoying in the electoral success as well.
Ankit, I think the common glue of the party and all its volunteers, all its members and all its leaders is not any individual. Certainly not the issues around Kapil Mishra. The common glue of this party is its ideology, is its ideals, and that's of a corruption-free India, a system that works for the common man. And we have a prosperous and modern India where there is no space for crony capitalism and where the government provides for everyone. And that's what we have been working on. As far as this meeting is concerned, I am not part of that meeting, so I am not aware of what transpired.
Ashish, I just request you to stay on with me. We are now being joined by former Aam Aadmi Party minister and still Aam Aadmi Party MLA Kapil Mishra, who is live with us. Kapil, thank you so much for speaking to us. First of all, you've made some serious allegations against Arvind Kejriwal, against Satyendra Jain. Do you have any evidence to back these allegations?
There are two things. One, it is not allegation, because I am part of the cabinet for last 2 years. I am working with Arvind Kejriwal ji for last 15 years. I am one of the founding member of Aam Aadmi Party and first few members of India Against Corruption. I have worked with Arvind Kejriwal ji against Commonwealth Games scam. So it's a long relationship, and I am known as one of the loyalist loyalist of Arvind Kejriwal ji. I have always worshipped him as God. There is a photo of Arvind Kejriwal ji in my office, and there is an image of Arvind Kejriwal ji in my heart. And I went to Lieutenant Governor first, and I gave an official statement to him. I am going to CBI and Anti-Corruption Bureau tomorrow morning to give my official statement. So it is not a political allegation. It is not someone just coming out in the TV and talking about it. It is someone who knows a person for last 15 years, someone who is part of cabinet, someone who is witnessed of everything, and someone who is taking the responsibility and going out and becoming a witness, official witness, and giving an official statement to investigating agencies.
Witness also need to provide some proof, isn't it, Kapil?
Second thing that I would like to say today, I know no one is believing in the party and people are just talking about it in closed rooms. If I would have also been told about something like this, I would have also, it would have not been easy for even me to believe it, but because I have seen it, so I am saying it. And the day Satyendra Jain will be jailed, the day he will be jailed, I will be proved right. I am waiting for that day. I believe in God, and if I can ask you, you said that day before yesterday you saw this happening in front of your own eyes. You saw Satyendra Jain giving 2 crore rupees to Arvind Kejriwal. Could you tell us at what time is it? Because what we have been told is that the CM residence is ready to release the CCTV footage of the exact time when you say that you were there and you saw Satyendra Jain giving 2 crore rupees to Arvind Kejriwal. All I can tell you right now that it was at CM residence, it was Satyendra Jain giving the cash, and I witnessed it. Every single detail about it I will be giving to CBI and Anti-Corruption Bureau tomorrow.
You also spoke about a member of relative of Arvind Kejriwal who was given a benefit in a land deal of about 50 crore rupees. Why don't you name that member? Who is that relative of Arvind Kejriwal who Satyendra Jain went ahead and told you that there was some benefit that were given to him?
Satyendra Jain ji personally told me this. Whatever I remembered, I shared with the people, and I think when he will be inquired and when he will be asked by investigating agencies, he will give all the details.
Do you also know about this relative?
No, I don't know the relative, and I never believed him when he told me. And it was not easy for anyone to even believe that Arvind Kejriwal ji can be part of any such thing. And when I saw it in front of my eyes, only that I remember that I heard Satyendra Jain telling me this as well.
Kapil, before I get Rajdeep and Ashish into this, very quickly, if you can also tell me, everybody said that you are very close to Kumar Vishwas. When last few days, when there was turmoil within the party, there were questions being raised. Kumar was at the center of it. It was you who stood by him. You were there for late night meetings. You were there with few MLAs, those who stood by Kumar Vishwas. Today, Kumar Vishwas came out and said, Kapil Mishra overstepped the line. He made these allegations. I don't believe in these allegations. What do you have to say about that? Do you feel betrayed that Kumar Vishwas is not standing by you when you did the same when he was fighting the battle?
No, I don't know. No.
Have you spoken to Kumar Vishwas?
I never expected anyone to stand by me. I think God is standing with me, and no, I have not spoken to him, and there is no need for me to speak to him. All I can say to Kumar Vishwas and everyone else out there, let's wait. And if Satyendra Jain will be arrested, then I will be proved right. If he come out clean, then I will be proved wrong. So let's wait. Let's wait for few more days. All of us know what he has done, and I think कुमार विश्वास जी से भी मैं उसी दिन बात करूंगा जिस दिन सत्येंद्र जैन जी अरेस्ट हो जाएंगे. दैट डे आई विल टॉक टू ईच एंड एवरी लीडर ऑफ माय पार्टी.
आपको कैसा लग रहा है? आज आप बिल्कुल अकेले खड़े हुए पार्टी में. हर एमएलए ने ट्वीट करके बोला कि कपिल मिश्रा ने ठीक नहीं किया, उन्होंने इस तरह से बात नहीं करनी चाहिए थी. हर एमएलए ने, वॉलंटियर्स ने, कुमार विश्वास ने, सबने ट्वीट करके यही बातें बोली.
अगर किसी और ने ऐसा किया होता तो मैं भी यही ट्वीट कर रहा होता और यही बयान दे रहा होता. बहुत असंभव है ये भरोसा करना कि जिस आदमी को हमने भगवान की तरह पूजा है, जिस आदमी को हमने अपने दिल में बसा के रखा है, जिसके लिए हमने अपने नौकरी काम धंधे छोड़ दिए थे, जिसके लिए लाठी डंडे सब खाए थे, उसके बारे में ऐसी किसी बात पर भरोसा असंभव है. तो मैं समझ सकता हूं अपने हर एक विधायक के मन की बात, मैं समझ सकता हूं अपने हर एक कार्यकर्ता के मन की बात, लेकिन मैं केवल इतना कहना चाहता हूं कि सत्येंद्र जैन जी जिस दिन जेल जाएंगे उस दिन मैं सबसे दोबारा बात करूंगा.
Just stay on with me, Kapil. Let me just quickly get in Rajdeep Sardesai on this broadcast as well. Rajdeep, when you see these two windows, Ashish Khaitan sitting in one, Kapil Mishra sitting in one, both of them till 8 p.m. yesterday were from the same party, a cabinet colleague of Arvind Kejriwal, senior members, and today both of them, are the completely opposite direction. What does this say about the Aam Aadmi Party?
Well, it shows that the Aam Aadmi Party is imploding. I mean, I think this is the clearest example when a cabinet minister of Arvind Kejriwal openly accuses Mr. Kejriwal of taking money, claims that he saw Mr. Kejriwal taking this cash from another minister. It clearly shows that this is a party which is imploding. My only question to Kapil Mishra, it seems, is that it is almost as if all these revelations and all these thoughts about Mr. Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party are only coming after he has been sacked. I wish Kapil Mishra had, I am sure many of these charges, many of these allegations may have been brewing in his mind for weeks or months. Why did Kapil Mishra not speak out earlier is the only question to him. That is one. Number two, when you make a serious allegation that you claim that you have evidence that Mr. Kejriwal or Mr. Satyendra Jain is involved in corruption, Mr. Mishra is going to have to make good those allegations. If he does, then clearly he has shown that the Aam Aadmi Party is thoroughly discredited, because it is not just embarrassing. If Kapil Mishra's charges are proven, then it will be, to my mind, the beginning of the end of the Aam Aadmi Party. But if they are not proven, then there will be question marks whether Kapil Mishra is being put up by someone else, either outside the Aam Aadmi Party or within the Aam Aadmi Party, to somehow or the other target Arvind Kejriwal. Kapil, so the jury is still out.
Yes,
Kapil Mishra will have to
Rajiv, let me take that question.
I believe that Kapil Mishra will have written the beginning of the end of the Aam Aadmi Party.
Let me take that question to Kapil Mishra on this. Kapil, Rajdeep, yeah, please go ahead.
Rajdeep, can I answer?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, I heard Rajdeep. One thing I totally agree to what Rajdeep is saying. If I am proven right, if Satyendra Jain arrested and if there are evidences against it, and if I am proven right, then only. Otherwise, if he come out clean and nothing happens against him, then I will be proved wrong. Then yes, there will be questions on my integrity, I know. And I would like Rajdeep to go to my Twitter timeline. I would like him to see the sequence of things. Tomorrow morning 9:30, I have sent a letter to Anti-Corruption Bureau seeking an appointment with Anti-Corruption Bureau. Tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, I met Arvind Kejriwal ji and I told him that because I have taken an oath under Constitution of India, I have to go and tell Lieutenant Governor and Anti-Corruption Bureau every single thing that I have seen. And I requested him that please organize all MLAs meeting in your house and then talk to all the MLAs and give explanation. And then there was an MLA meeting actually organized at his house at around 4 in the evening, but nothing was discussed in the MLA meeting, and I was removed late in the evening yesterday.
I want to just come in, please.
Shazia, I'm just coming to you. I'm just coming to you.
In the evening I was removed. So if you look at the sequence, because I have only 1 minute, I will be going to another channel, so let me just complete. Look at the sequence of thing, and one more thing, Rajdeep, I am not making any allegation. I have gone out and given an official statement to Lieutenant Governor. Tomorrow morning I am going to CBI and Anti-Corruption Bureau and I will become a witness. I will give everything on record, so it's not a political allegation. I am taking full responsibility of what I am saying, and I am waiting for God and Indian judiciary to do justice.
Kapil, but this statement will have to be backed by some facts. Do you have a picture? Do you have any hard evidence?
Kapil Mishra, have you at any stage? Kapil Mishra, have you had at any stage links with the BJP? At any stage, your mother has been a municipal councillor with the BJP. There are allegations being made today that you are batting on behalf of either the BJP or Kumar Vishwas. Kumar Vishwas is staying silent. He is seen as the Trojan horse by some, and you are batting on behalf of the BJP. How will you respond to the critics who say Kapil Mishra has taken a supari from the BJP to finish Arvind Kejriwal?
When we have a leader like Arvind Kejriwal, no one need to take a supari of the party.
No, what are you saying, that Arvind Kejriwal is going to put Aam Aadmi Party into a self-destruct mode?
Your views now is thoroughly discredited. as far as you are concerned, Arvind Kejriwal is corrupt and discredited. In your view, do you believe Arvind Kejriwal is corrupt and discredited? Or is it Satyendra Jain only?
Why will anyone kill someone who is already, going to commit suicide?
Kapil, you are making very serious allegations. It will be put to test if you are only able to back them with serious evidence. So let me just very quickly get Ashish Khaitan before I go to Shazia and Sanjay Jha of the Congress. Ashish, you heard those allegations. He's saying that the Aam Aadmi Party is dying itself with a party head like Arvind Kejriwal. There is no need for anybody to do anything. They will commit suicide themselves. Kapil, I request you to just listen to what Ashish is saying and then...
I heard him very carefully. I heard him in the morning as well. For somebody, I know Kapil Mishra, I have seen him functioning. Kapil Mishra indeed worked hard. He tried, I think, his best to fix the water problem in Delhi. He did try very hard. But at some point, I think he lost the plot. There were problems of water in Delhi, there were problems of water contamination in Delhi, and those problems got compounded during the MCD elections. Having said that, I think there were two options for Kapil Mishra. One was to step down gracefully. The other option was that to go down kicking and screaming. And it's unfortunate that he opted for the latter. And now when I hear him carefully, what I see, he is driven by vendetta and anger. His outburst is now fueled by a desire to take revenge. I agree with Rajdeep Sardesai that there are sinister forces working behind him, because when he says that I would be proven right if Satyen Jain is jailed. So I see that there is already a plot to arrest Satyen Jain.
Okay.
There are already many bogus inquiries and manipulated FIRs against Satyen Jain. So I think that there is a script which has been written, and unfortunately Kapil Mishra is used as a pawn in that script.
Shazia, the question now that is being raised, as Ashish is also raising, and many of the critiques are also now raising, that possibly it seems that the script has been already written and many are questioning the BJP for being the director of this entire movie that is being played out in Delhi right now.
No, I'm sorry to say, I'm very sorry to say, Ankit, that is, nobody's, I don't have to respond to that, nobody's raising those questions except by, the stooges of Arvind Kejriwal and some channels. So nobody's raising those questions. They are very real questions being asked by the logic that was offered by somebody on your show just now, that because he is fueled by a desire to take revenge, and that's the reason why he's doing it. I can ask another question conversely by the same logic, because he was asking tough questions from Arvind Kejriwal and asking him for evidence, and the reason why Arvind Kejriwal was taking cash from Satyendra Jain, that's why he was thrown out. So you can build a narrative either way. Let me tell you, Ankit, I'm not a fool. So let me say this very carefully. And I don't think BJP or any party has to do anything. This is being done because of sheer greed of Arvind Kejriwal, who is promoting Satyendra Jain, against whom there are serious charges. Aam Aadmi Party MLAs, if you talk to them and they're scared to come on record and they talk to me quietly, they say that they have not been made ministers. They say the biggest power broker is Satyendra Jain, and he says the way usko paise banana janta hai, isliye wo close hai Manish or Arvind ke.
Shazia, you also worked with Arvind Kejriwal.
There is ample evidence against him in public domain.
As many people today, Yogendra Yadav came out in support of Arvind Kejriwal. Do you believe that Kejriwal is capable of accepting bribes, of indulging in corruption himself? Personally, I'm talking about, because you've worked with Kejriwal for a long time. Yeah, you see, Manmohan Singh was charged with many sins of omission were attributed to him, but not sins of commission. So Kejriwal has people doing all the work, but it's not that he's not in the know. So let's not kid ourselves. Just like Manmohan Singh, who had a very clean image, ran the most corrupt cabal of the most corrupt people in the country, who looted the national exchequer, Arvind Kejriwal is sitting very pretty and pious over a bunch of people who work at his behest. Arvind proposes and they dispose. So we all know what the truth is. Let's not kid ourselves by Arvind pretending to be
this pious person and noble soul who just promotes the corrupt.
Okay, let me at this point of time also get in a quick word from party. The Congress today demanded resignation of the Chief Minister of Delhi, Sanjay Jha. It seemed that after the MCD election rout, the Congress is completely out of the game. Suddenly, Kapil Mishra has given you another ammunition to come back into the game as far as the politics of Delhi is concerned.
Well, if you say that the vote share has doubled and more after the MCD elections and you say it's out of the game, I suggest you better check out your statistics before you make that statement. Before I answer your question, let me be very categorical that Shazia Almi, if our party were to sack people who were having corruption allegations, there would not be a single chief minister of BJP in power today. The second point where the AAP is concerned is very straightforward. They have a clear internal fight going on, is getting vicious and vituperative. And end of the day, there are three people who are probably aware if cash really changed hands, and that will be Mr. Kejriwal himself, Mr. Satyendra Jain and Mr. Kapil Mishra. The only way to get to the bottom of it is a transparent investigation that is completed at the earliest. And I think it's important because end of the day you're talking about Delhi. It's a critical position that Mr. Kejriwal is occupying, and because of the fact that he's taken a very self-righteous stand in the past where he's asked for the heads of anybody from any political party where even the slightest allegation being made to quit or to resign, then political protocol will demand that he step aside and await whatever the final investigations come up with.
Okay, Mayank Gandhi, a former colleague of Arvind Kejriwal, is also with us. Mayank, the importance right now, of course, of the question to you would be your work with Arvind Kejriwal. You left that party. When allegations of personal corruption being made against Arvind Kejriwal, there have been people, those who have been accused of corruption in his cabinet, but Arvind Kejriwal always, stood above them. How do you react to these allegations, and do you believe, because you worked with Kejriwal, that these allegations possibly have some amount of truth in them?
Yeah, after 2015, the Aam Aadmi Party started compromising on communal, on caste, on everything. So the question is, have they compromised on corruption now? Because I was just looking at the numbers. In 2013, we needed 20 crore rupees to fight an election. Now it is 2017 and 3 elections have been fought, the Goa, the Punjab and MCD. And Kejriwal has been on record saying there is no money, nobody is giving us money. So these elections were not fought on a shoestring, they were fought with a lot of expenditure. So where does the money come from? I mean, is this the bane of Indian politics that if you want to fight elections, you have to get some money? I am sure Kejriwal would not take money for his personal gain, but was some money given for the party? This is a question, needs some serious investigation. And I think that with such a serious allegation made by Kapil Mishra today, I think immediately CBI should be given this, or ACB should be given this, and in a very fixed time duration, because the question is now bothering India very badly, that is the anti-corruption party also going the same way?
Yes.
They have done that for the caste, communal, criminal.
Let me quickly get in Rajdeep Sardesai to put this all in perspective. Rajdeep, the USP of the Aam Aadmi Party was Arvind Kejriwal and his claims of honesty, of Arvind Kejriwal talking about everybody else corrupt, but Arvind Kejriwal, pedestal that he put himself on. He made allegations, asked people for resignation. When an allegation had been made against him by his own former cabinet colleague, shouldn't it have been better for Kejriwal to come out, resign, say that go ahead, do an inquiry, and if something comes out of it, then we'll see what needs to be done?
Look, I think Arvind Kejriwal now finds that the very narrative that he used against his political rivals will now be used against him. It is very clear in that sense that Arvind Kejriwal finds himself in a situation which is enormously embarrassing, because in the past, Mr. Kejriwal has, on the basis of allegations he claims backed by evidence, but his rivals will question that evidence, called for the resignation of several individuals. Therefore, it is almost to be expected today that based on Kapil Mishra's very serious allegation, his rivals today, whether they are in the party or outside, whether they have left the Aam Aadmi Party or whether they are in the BJP, will say, why doesn't Arvind Kejriwal order an inquiry, an impartial inquiry, some kind of a Lokpal-like structure, and hold himself accountable to that inquiry, and pending inquiry step down. That is to be expected. I think Mr. Kejriwal, because of his of the moral stand he has taken in the past,
yes,
now will find that if you point one finger at others, there will be 4 fingers pointed at you.
Yes.
But I think whether he should resign on the basis of the evidence that has been provided today, I don't know. Whether there is a prima facie case, I am not sure. A prima facie case cannot be built on what Kapil Mishra says.
Okay.
But if Kapil Mishra can back what he says with concrete evidence, then I believe Arvind Kejriwal's position will become more and more untenable.
Yes.
And as I said, if corruption is even in the slightest proven against Mr. Kejriwal, then the Aam Aadmi Party's future itself is in doubt, because this is the only plank that the Aam Aadmi Party had left as some kind of a USP. Without
Ashish
that
Khaitan,
USP,
yes,
the Aam Aadmi Party would struggle even to survive. Its existence would be in doubt.
Ashish Khaitan, you know, many are calling Satyendra Jain as the Achilles heel of Arvind Kejriwal. There are so many allegations against him. There are allegations being probed by the CBI. There are allegations that, you know, have been made about him, about money laundering, about tax default and so forth. Why doesn't Arvind Kejriwal, who claims to be the champion of propriety, throw him out of his cabinet? Wouldn't that make life much easier for you?
All those allegations we have looked into, and all those allegations are either false or they are motivated by political vendetta. Satyendra Jain and Manish Sisodia are the 2 most effective ministers of this cabinet. Satyendra Jain has worked really wonders in health sector. He was the man behind the concept of Mohalla clinics. There are 200 Mohalla clinics up and running. 1,000 more are coming up. There are polyclinics there that have been designed by him. So the healthcare sector, public healthcare, has been given a big boost up by Satyendra Jain. Similarly, Manish Sisodia has worked very well in the education sector. Because they are the 2 most effective ministers,
yes,
there are forces that want to bring them down. But eventually the truth will triumph. There is nothing against them. They have done nothing wrong. All they are doing is that they have taken on some very powerful lobbies, the mafia in health and education, which along with certain other political forces are conspiring.
But Ashish, if similar questions, but Ashish, if similar questions had been raised, but Ashish, if similar charges had been made of the kind that are being made against Satyendra Jain, against your political rivals, would you not have called for the resignation of your political rivals?
Rajdeep, that's a very good question. So let's look at the allegations against Satyendra Jain. Let's have a half-an-hour debate one day on what are the allegations against Satyendra Jain. What is the evidence against Satyendra Jain? What was the evidence against 15 or 16 MLAs who had been arrested in the past? Let's talk on the basis of evidence. That's not the intent of this government. Do you think the center is working in a bona fide manner? Don't you think that the CBI, the Delhi police, the ED, the income tax is being used against Aam Aadmi Party?
I knew you were going to say
Shazia, you're smiling because the point is that these are the same sort of excuses that are being used by other political parties as well. When Ashish talks about vendetta, this is exactly what other political parties also speak about whenever they are cornered. Shazia, once again, the question he is raising is on the intent of the government, of the central government, but forgetting that Satyendra Jain has also been questioned about nepotism, about his daughter being inducted in his own ministry at a post. Then you can come back and say that, oh, we didn't do anything because we didn't pay her anything.
True. No, so my question is, Ankit, you ask a very good question. Let's for a minute play along with this rata-rataya rag of Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal and his stooges. So let's play along and believe it for a minute. But was it BJP who asked Arvind Kejriwal to allocate a Lutyens bungalow to Ashish Khaitan and to Swati Maliwal? Was it BJP who asked Arvind Kejriwal to have Rajinder Kumar, a tainted officer from Commonwealth Games, to be the principal secretary? Was it BJP who asked Arvind Kejriwal to have Sandeep Kumar and Jitendra Tomar as their ministers? Was it BJP which asked Arvind Kejriwal to employ Ram Jethmalani and give him bills of pay bills from the state exchequer to the tune of 3 crores? Was it BJP which asked Arvind Kejriwal, no, the list is very long, to spend 500 crores of the money of Delhi taxpayers to do their own political propaganda? Was it BJP who asked Arvind Kejriwal to go and, to fly first class and disappear and start campaigning in Punjab, Goa and everywhere else and not work in Delhi? It was not BJP, it was Arvind Kejriwal and his greed.
Let me quickly get a response from Sanjay as well. He's also very patiently raising his hand. Sanjay, when you hear what the Aam Aadmi Party spokesman these days say about, allegations that are made against them, it makes the distinction between them and the other parties even that less, because they are speaking the similar language, isn't it?
Well, Ankit, let me tell you, it's very ironical that both the Aam Aadmi Party and Mr. Narendra Modi's BJP, which actually benefited humongously, I mean, from the Anna Hazare movement of 2011, are today in a mutual assured destruction mode. You can see the mudslinging at each other, but the truth is that Mr. Modi became Prime Minister on the back of the anti-Congress tirade of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. And today, today the Lokpal is vanished. Mr. Modi's government is being chastised by the Supreme Court of India, saying where is the anti-corruption watchdog, and the BJP has no answers. And Mr. Kejriwal today, who took on this self-righteous position, this sanctimonious position that everybody in the system was corrupt, but he was as pure as running water, is now basically in the dock himself. I think this is what happens when you play a politics of deceit and deception. I think it's catching up with both the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP.
Mayank Gandhi, if I can quickly come to you, when you joined this party, you all called it a party with a difference. You all said that this is the anti-corruption platform that is going to change the political, the way politics is done in this country. Now, when you see this, do you believe that the entire anti-corruption, the entire Swaraj movement has been hampered, the entire anti-corruption movement has been hampered? People won't believe such movements further on?
No, I would genuinely feel that this country has been betrayed, and for the next 50 years nobody is going to trust any movement that comes up. So today was actually the worst day in Aam Aadmi Party history when such kind of allegations of corruption have been made. But having said that, I have an issue with Rajdeep Sardesai. See, there are a couple of things that we need to understand. One, an allegation is made just like Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party used to make, very irresponsible, very childish allegations asking for resignation, which does not mean that we should ask for resignation of Arvind Kejriwal, because there is no evidence given. It's just one man's word against the other, and still more evidence comes. I do not think Arvind Kejriwal should resign, A. And B, if this goes to the CBI, then Kejriwal does not have control over CBI, so there is no reason for Kejriwal to resign. But having said that, I think immediately investigation should take place. In a time-bound manner, this entire thing should come out.
Rajdeep, now with the Aam Aadmi Party already struggling from within, crisis after crisis, defeat in elections one after another, how do you see this, for the Aam Aadmi Party in the future? Arvind Kejriwal just a couple of months back wanted to project himself as the alternative to Narendra Modi in 2019. Today, it's difficult for him to manage his own party.
Absolutely, and I think that dream is clearly over. And I think Shazia Ilmi made some very strong points about the self-inflicted wounds of the Aam Aadmi Party. It's easy today to blame the BJP, and I don't believe that BJP koi doodh ka dhula hua hai, ya that they have not used the agencies against their political rivals. There is some evidence to suggest that agencies are selectively used. Having said that, I think the Aam Aadmi Party has scored a lot of self-goals, and Shazia Ilmi mentioned a few of them. Again though, the question is whether Arvind Kejriwal made the mistake that many politicians make of seeing themselves as infallible, as invincible, and whether that margin of victory in 2015 in February in the Delhi elections, when he got 67 out of 70, convinced him that he could now emerge as a national challenger to Mr. Modi. At that stage, over the last 2 years, had he focused entirely only on building a Delhi model of governance, instead of positioning him as this David who was going to take on a Goliath called Modi, he might have found himself in a better position today. Now he is vulnerable, A, because of the moral stand that he has taken in the past on corruption, and B, because after a series of defeats, now he is a wounded Arvind Kejriwal, and a wounded Arvind Kejriwal is the kind who is today going to be subject to some attack or the other. One day from a Kumar Vishwas, today from a Kapil Mishra, and a third day from his rivals outside the party. So I think Arvind Kejriwal now finds himself cornered, and his only option, to my mind, is to go back to what he claimed he was going to be. Provide us an alternative model of governance. If he cannot do that, if he is going to look at Gujarat, going to look at expanding the Aam Aadmi Party without first restoring his credibility in Delhi, I think Arvind Kejriwal and what he stands for is seriously under question. He faces an existential crisis. So this is a moment for course correction. I think Mayank Gandhi is right. I don't think anyone needs to resign on the basis of an allegation. Otherwise today, everyone in a number of people in public office from the Prime Minister downwards would have to resign. If the name of the Prime Minister come in Sahara Birla diary, people ask for his resignation. Does that mean Mr. Modi should resign? No. I think you have to back any allegation with evidence.
Okay.
The part of the problem of our politics is that it has got coarsened into this tutu meme, and we in television also act as an echo chamber. I think Mr. Kejriwal needs to realize that he has to get off the moral pulpit, focus on governance, focus on Delhi. If he does that, he can survive. But if he cannot,
Ashish Khaitan, if I can get you in at this point of time, why didn't Arvind Kejriwal come out and defend himself after these allegations were made? Don't you think, at least for your own supporters, volunteers, this must be extremely disconcerting? One day he's fighting with Kumar Vishwas, next day Kapil Mishra comes out, makes these allegations. Doesn't it reek of arrogance, as the opposition has been saying, that Arvind Kejriwal did not even come out and defend himself?
Ankit, please give me some ample time to respond to various points that have been made by the BJP spokesperson, by Rajdeep and by Mayank Gandhi. Number one, you said that because Arvind Kejriwal has not spoken out, both in the instance of Kumar Vishwas and now in Kapil Mishra, that smacks of arrogance and duplicity. Well, the reason Arvind Kejriwal is exercising self-restraint is that because Arvind Kejriwal as of now is completely focused on the job at hand, which is of improving Delhi, which is giving Delhi a model of governance. We do have a model of governance in Delhi, which is of education, health, water, power and anti-corruption. That's a model of governance for Delhi. Arvind Kejriwal in the past, yes, we did make mistakes. That's why Arvind Kejriwal came out with a statement a week ago that it's time to go back to the drawing board. We have actually made mistakes, and perhaps one of the mistakes was that we were reacting. Arvind Kejriwal was reacting on every instance. There were situations which were forcing him to react. Now he has decided that he is going to speak only when there is an issue of public interest.
Yes.
These are not issues of public interest, so Arvind Kejriwal will not speak. Manish has spoken, the spokespersons have spoken, the party has spoken. The second thing that I want to say it with all the authority at my command, that at no point of time did Arvind Kejriwal have national ambitions. Today also we don't have any national ambitions. We are a very small party. Right now we are just focused on Delhi. We only fought elections in Punjab and Goa because there we felt that people wanted us to fight elections there for systemic change, for complete change. Number three, we are imploding. That we are imploding, and the party's story is over. There have been millions of times in the past when our obituaries were written, both during the IAC days, then when the party was formed, then when we resigned in 2013, then when we lost in 2014. It's an unending story. This is a pushback by the system that we want to fix. This pushback intensifies when we suffer electoral losses.
All right, I've given you ample time. Ashish, let me very quickly get in Shazia Ilmi quickly for her last comments before I completely run out of time. Shazia Ilmi, Ashish Khaitan says, I'm sure not many people would believe that, because we saw Arvind Kejriwal vigorously campaigning in Punjab, already announcing that he's going to Gujarat. Possibly the defeat in Punjab has changed the entire thinking within the Aam Aadmi Party. He has no national ambition. Where does the BJP want to take what happened today, and how do you plan now to take it forward as far as the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi is concerned? Already you are asking for resignation. Will we very soon see, the MHA issuing orders for a CBI inquiry on this?
Yeah, we went to the Lieutenant Governor today. I went along with Manish Sisodia and we gave our point of view, and we felt there should be at least an inquiry. And what he told us was that he's met Kapil Mishra and he's waiting for a letter from Kapil Mishra which he'll be giving, offering tomorrow. Post which, so we have asked actually for an inquiry into this whole issue. These are very serious charges, and a cabinet minister who was there, a cabinet minister until yesterday, has made. So please, this is a cabinet minister making very serious charges against his own chief minister and a fellow cabinet minister. These are, and he is not just making an allegation. He is willing to be a witness and provide evidence. So please look into it seriously. My only issue is that instead of Arvind showing the door to Kapil Mishra, the door should have been shown to somebody like Satyendra Jain, who's actually involved and who's against whom there is ample evidence. There is evidence crawling out of everywhere possible.
No, but Shazia, is the target Arvind Kejriwal or Satyendra Jain? If he would have thrown out Satyendra Jain, would these allegations against Arvind Kejriwal would not have any water or what?
But please understand, I mean, the fact that they keep saying that Arvind Kejriwal himself is doodh ka dhula hua and people around him, everything is happening in Aam Aadmi Party at the behest of Kejriwal. The fact that he supports corruption and throws out the anti-corruption crusaders shows that Arvind Kejriwal has as much a Manmohan Singh.
Sanjay Jha,
not just in the
has
making,
this given Congress a new lease of life? This implosion within the Aam Aadmi Party, the infighting for Congress, which was completely out now, does the Congress believe that they can inch back not only in the national capital, but the threat of Kejriwal taking away as the face against Narendra Modi for 2019? Has that also been taken care of with what is happening?
You know, Ankit, I don't think this is a moment for a mature political party like the Congress to exercise, you know, what is called as schadenfreude or gloat on AAP's disintegration. The fact that AAP is in a serious crisis is palpable. But the point is that, yes, this is a betrayal of the kind of trust, the monumental faith that the people of Delhi clearly gave to Mr. Kejriwal's party, and the 67 on 70 is a landslide of historic proportions. So I do believe that this is a big letdown for the people of Delhi. There will be political repercussions. I think that's inevitable. But you know, as a mature party, I think we have our own work to do, and I'm not going to sit here and gloat on the problems they have. They have to resolve them on their own. But end of day, there is no denying that's a serious corruption charge, and Mr. Kejriwal needs to therefore come, you know, he has to face the necessary law in a most transparent fashion.
Rajdeep, is there a way that the Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal can revive this situation from here on? Is there a way, a formula that possibly that they can work on? You spoke about governance, although Ashish said that we have a model of governance in which possibly the Chief Minister doesn't even hold a portfolio. Till very recently, till late last night, one of their cabinet posts was also empty. How can Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party revive from here?
Look, it's going to be very difficult. Let's be honest. We are in what I call the Modi era. Narendra Modi is larger than life at the moment. He's this Teflon character. No allegation sticks to him. He instead has this relationship that he has built with the Indian people where they trust him. In this environment, for any opposition leader to emerge and grow has been very difficult. For Mr. Kejriwal in particular, given that his USP was his claim to be an anti-corruption crusader, these charges have severely damaged him. They have embarrassed him. But, you know, to write the obituary of any political party, even in today's scenario, I would hesitate to do that. Remember, Mr. Kejriwal still commands the majority in the Delhi Assembly, and there are still 3 years to go, almost 3 years to go for the Delhi Assembly. He has to hold his party together, which is a big challenge at the moment. Hold the party together and offer Delhi an alternative narrative. The headlines in the newspapers, at least in the national capital, should increasingly be about positive stuff, not negative stuff. But it will be very difficult, given the fact that now it is clear Mr. Kejriwal has to fight a battle within the Aam Aadmi Party, but also outside. Until now, we thought his prime battle was outside.
30 seconds to you. Are we going to see Kapil Mishra being thrown out of the party? Some action against him, as was taken against Amanatullah. Very quickly, I'm completely out of time.
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
I'm just saying that will we see Kapil Mishra being thrown out of the party? Some action against him as it was taken against Amanatullah?
Oh, you know. See, I think there is a trend in the media
wasn't he?
to overread every event. So,
Okay.
So whether it's Amanatullah, whether it's Kumar Vishwas, whether it's MCD defeat, whether it's less than expected performance Punjab, every time media would overread events, and media would say that the party is imploding and blah blah. At the end of the day, it is the people of Delhi who matter for us. We are here to serve the people of Delhi, and that's what we are going to do. Arvind Kejriwal is committed to solve the problems of Delhi. He had been committed in the past. And this is what
I'm completely out of time. The people of Delhi also gave you a drubbing as far as the MCD polls are concerned, possibly giving you a signal if the party doesn't work its way through. Maybe it's the people of Delhi are going to give you another lesson when 2019-2020 comes through. Thank you so much to Rajdeep Sardesai, Ashish Khaitan, Sanjay Jha, Shazia Ilmi and Mayank Gandhi for joining me on this debate. We'll get you more exclusive details of how things are panning out within the Aam Aadmi Party. Stay tuned. News and updates continue on India Today.